UofL Today with Mark Hebert on Great Day Live is sponsored by the University of Louisville.
When you think of a disease like glaucoma, well, we usually think of it as striking older people, but the reality is it's a condition that may truly have started at a much younger age.
That's the reality two teenagers in Kentucky are facing, but luckily doctors at UofL are doing groundbreaking research on glaucoma that may help save their sight. Mark Hebert joins us this morning with more on this procedure. Good to see you, Mark.
Yeah, good to see you guys, too.
Yeah.
Hope you had a good weekend. Yeah, glaucoma, when you think of it, did you have any idea that little kids can get glaucoma?
No, you think older.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, and that's why you get when we go to get our eye test, they check you for glaucoma to make sure it's not coming on. But kids can get glaucoma, and at the University of Louisville, we're doing some groundbreaking research on the pressure that goes on the eye causes glaucoma, and then Dr. Bola is doing some surgery that is rather groundbreaking for kids in this area to get rid of the glaucoma so they don't lose their sight. So here's the story. Jamira and Jamira are 15-year-old twins who, like many teens, can't live without their phones. But they won't be able to read their phones in a few years without the surgery they're about to undergo. From UofL's Dr. Raul Bola.
Both of them have glaucoma, and I'm like so young, you know. So he said yes, but he was concerned because it was so bad for the youngest twin that he wanted to do a surgery right away. Actually, both of them.
You would think that glaucoma is a disease of adults, but that's a wrong notion because unfortunately a lot of these adults who have glaucoma, the disease started way, way early in their childhood. So it's important to catch that early and treat that.
The needed surgery to fix the twins' eyes was a result of a great-grandmother's intuition that there was something the girls' routine eye exams wasn't finding. So Sewell took the kids to Dr. Bola, her ophthalmologist, and luckily, one of the premier researchers and surgeons on children with glaucoma.
In my study, the results were excellent. About 85 to 90% of these kids obtained optimal results with reduction in the intraocular pressure. Excellent reduction in the intraocular pressure just after one surgical procedure.
Dr. Bola can spot different types of glaucoma in kids with a simple exam. Glaucoma is a clogging of the eye which can cause pressure and blindness if left untreated. Dr. Bola and UofL have the only center of its kind in Kentucky for treating children, giving the twins' great-grandmother a feeling of relief.
I wouldn't have known, and they probably would have grown up and probably would have gone blind had I not known about the University of Louisville.
How about
wow,
that?
Good for grandma and intuition, right?
Grandma's intuition. But lesson learned here for parents and grandparents that are watching this, take your kids to get the eye exam. And if you think something's wrong and your kid's not seeing and they're not picking something up with the eye exam, go to Dr. Bola or somebody like that that can treat glaucoma and can find it and treat it.
Because untreated, that
untreated,
could be
could go blind. Oh yeah,
It's another amazing advancement in medical care.
Some of this stuff is just stunning. The things you learn when you work at the University of Louisville are just amazing. Things,
it's like
stories like
story
this.
at every turn. It really is, and especially as we know with the medical field. Now let's go to segue to sports because that's one thing that we talked about at the top of the show. Home field advantage for the Cards. It's such a big deal with baseball.
It's a huge weekend at UofL. Not only do we have the NCAA regionals here, UofL is hosting. They've only lost one game all year, and the games start on Friday. But we've also got a number of other things going on at UofL. The Shakespeare in the Park this weekend on Saturday is sponsored by UofL, and so everybody's encouraged to turn out in their red. It's called, what do they call it? Bard's Cards on Saturday night. You like that? You like that?
Are we giving you credit for that or somebody else?
No. Somebody else gets credit for that. So there's a lot of events that are sponsored by the University of Louisville at Shakespeare in the Park, and this is one of them this weekend on Saturday. And also, as you recall, the Cards Under the Stars, which is the free movie on the lawn.
That night.
It was rained out the last time, so it's been rescheduled for this Friday night. And it's Star Wars The Force Awakens on the lawn. It's free, the lawn right next to Grummeyer Hall. And it's free to everybody, and we're expecting a huge crowd for that Friday night. So.
I was going to say, you'd better be prepared for that.
Yeah.
This Star Wars phenomenon continues to roll on. I mean, that's 40 years ago, isn't it, when that first movie came out?
40? It may be 40 years.
No, it's the mid-70s. It was like 76.
With 3 brains, we may have one between us. Don't ask any questions like that. That's a problem.
Seriously, for a movie to have legs like that, I mean, Bats Baseball did a thing not long ago. They're just overrun with people.
That's what Greg Galliette said. Everybody wanted another Star Wars.
And they dress up in the characters, not the kids, little kids.
Yeah, little kids love this thing.
Yeah. Well, and tell us about getting tickets for the Baseball.
Regionals, there's tickets available for single games and for the set that goes through perhaps as long as Monday night. So I've already bought the set. I've already got my tickets. So
First
I'll be
game
there.
for the Cards is when?
First game for the
Friday.
Cards is Friday night at 6.
Friday night at
And there's
6.
another game earlier in the day, I think.
Correct. There's
Yeah.
another game
Yeah, we're the second
between
game.
who
Before
is
you get
it?
to all sorts of
Wright
big
State and
baseball.
Ohio State
Yes.
is the first game on
We
Friday.
have Western
and then the loser,
Michigan.
there's a
And that's
loser's
them when
bracket.
I guess they heard that they got the home field advantage and who they're going to play,
Right,
Western
so
Michigan.
it's a double elimination tournament. If the Cardinals win this weekend, then they will host the Super Regional, which will be the winner of the Vanderbilt Regional. So
Same deal
same
again.
thing we've done over the last
Cards are
couple
hot
of years.
right now.
Yeah,
Let's
this
hope
is
it lasts.
big stuff. That number 2 seeding was great.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you so
that's a
much,
big
Mark.
deal.
We
so big
appreciate
weekend
it.
at U of L. If you like Shakespeare, you like free movies, a Star Wars movie,
Or
or
baseball.
baseball, you're in at U of L.
Or
Something
wear
for
your Darth
everybody.
Vader costume to the baseball game.
Or to Shakespeare or something like that. U of L Today with Mark Hebert airs Mondays and Tuesdays on 93.9 FM on Metro TV Monday through Friday and Thursdays at 5 on KET.
Find out more about U of L online. It's at louisville.edu.